Want to make her crave you like never before? Unlock the secrets to irresistible passion with these 13 powerful moves that will drive her wild in bed. Every touch, every whisper, every look, master them, and she'll be obsessed with you. Ready to become the man of her fantasies? Let's dive in. A slow, deliberate nibble on the ear, combined with the warmth of your breath brushing against her skin, sends an involuntary shiver down her spine. It's one of the simplest, yet most effective ways to build arousal. And it works because the ear is packed with nerve endings that make it highly sensitive to touch. The contrast between the light scrape of your teeth and the softness of your lips creates a sensory overload that can make her body tremble. Run your tongue along the outer edge, gently suck on the lobe, and let the tension build before moving on. The key is to be slow, deliberate, and unpredictable. Never rushing, never moving mechanically. Tease her, make her anticipate what's coming next without giving in too soon. Then let your lips travel everywhere except her mouth. Her neck, shoulders, collarbone, the inside of her wrist, her stomach, everywhere but the one place she's expecting. The psychological impact of this type of kissing is undeniable. It builds suspense, makes her crave the moment your lips will finally touch hers. Hover your mouth over her lips, let your breath tease her, but don't connect. The moment she starts tilting her head, chasing your lips, that's when you know the tension has peaked. Give her a fleeting taste of what's to come, then pull away and let her hunger grow. The longer you make her wait, the more electrifying that first kiss will be when it finally happens. Words are just as powerful as touch. A silent man in bed is a missed opportunity. She wants to hear the hunger in your voice, the raw, unfiltered desire that makes her feel irresistible. Tell her how much you want her. Describe what you're about to do to her. Whisper in her ear exactly how she makes you feel. The way you speak to her should have weight, slow, deliberate, with meaning behind every word. If you hesitate or sound unsure, it kills the moment. Confidence is everything. Even if you don't know what to say, a simple, guttural, "you feel so good," or "I can't get enough of you," is enough to send her over the edge. And it's not just about words. Moaning, breathing heavier, letting her hear how much she's driving you wild makes her feel powerful, desirable, and fuels the passion between you both. She doesn't just want to feel desired. She wants to see it, hear it, experience it in every way. That's why letting out a deep, primal moan at the right moment is one of the most underrated ways to turn her on. When a man vocalizes his pleasure, it reassures her that she's doing something right, that she's capable of bringing you intense pleasure. It builds her confidence, making her even more uninhibited. It doesn't have to be exaggerated or overly theatrical, just natural. A deep, ragged breath, a groan, a whispered curse under your breath when she does something that drives you crazy. The feedback loop of sound and sensation strengthens the chemistry between you both, making every touch, every movement even more intense. Taking off her clothes should never be an afterthought. There's something undeniably sexy about a man who takes control of undressing his partner, making it an experience rather than a routine step. The key is to move slowly, savoring each moment, making her feel like she's being unwrapped with deliberate intent. Don't just strip her down, make her feel like every inch of her skin being revealed is something to be worshipped. Slide your fingers over the fabric, tug at the waistband. Kiss along the hemline before pulling it away. Look at her as you do it. Let your desire be visible in your eyes. A moment as simple as sliding her dress off her shoulders can become one of the most sensual parts of the night if done right. Then, there's the art of teasing her through her panties. The thin barrier of fabric heightens sensitivity, making every touch more frustratingly pleasurable. The contrast between feeling your hands on her body, but not directly touching her most sensitive spots, is intoxicating. Press against her. Let her feel your weight. Run your fingers along the edges without moving to the center just yet. The more you delay, the more desperate she becomes. The more she starts shifting her hips toward you, silently begging for more. When you finally push the fabric aside, the moment becomes exponentially more intense because of the buildup. Teasing isn't just a step in foreplay. It's an essential part of making the experience unforgettable. Taking control doesn't mean being forceful or aggressive. It means leading with confidence, making decisions with certainty, and being the one who sets the pace. Women are drawn to a man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to go after it. When you take control in the bedroom, you remove hesitation and create an environment where she can let go completely. Grab her wrist and pin it above her head. Guide her movements without asking for permission. Take charge of the rhythm, the position, the energy of the moment. It's the decisiveness that's sexy, the feeling that you're in command without needing to ask what to do next. But control doesn't mean ignoring her desires. It means taking charge while knowing exactly what she wants. That's why asking her what she likes and then acting on it is one of the most powerful moves you can make. Most men assume, but the ones who take the time to ask, listen, and deliver are the ones who leave a lasting impression. When you ask her what turns her on, you're not just gathering information, you're showing her that her pleasure matters to you. And when you actually follow through on what she shares, it builds trust, making her feel safe enough to explore new levels of intimacy with you. Not every kiss needs to be deep and urgent. Sometimes the softest, slowest kisses are the most powerful. Even in the heat of passion, a moment of gentleness can make the experience even more intoxicating. A feather-light kiss on her lips as you move inside her, the brush of your lips against her collarbone, the way you let your mouth linger just a little longer than expected. These small moments create an emotional depth that elevates physical pleasure into something more intense. The contrast between rough passion and delicate intimacy makes each moment even more unforgettable. Touch is an art. Most men focus only on the obvious areas, but the real magic happens in the moments leading up to that. A light touch tracing down her spine, fingers gliding over her stomach, hands exploring every inch of her body, except the one place she wants you most. It's torture in the best way possible. The anticipation builds with every second you delay. The more time you spend awakening her entire body, the more heightened her pleasure becomes when you finally give her what she's been craving. Teasing like this turns simple touches into full-body experiences, making her feel every sensation 10 times more intensely. Describing what you're going to do before you do it is a psychological game that amplifies desire. When you paint a vivid picture with your words, you let her mind start experiencing the pleasure before it even begins. I'm going to kiss you everywhere, but I won't let our lips touch just yet. I want to hear the exact moment when you can't take it anymore. It's not just about saying what you'll do, it's about making her feel it in anticipation. If you combine this with blindfolding her, removing her ability to see, every other sense is heightened. The sound of your voice becomes more intense, the feel of your breath against her skin more electric, the touch of your hands almost unbearable in the best way. Oral should never be rushed. The difference between good and mind-blowing is patience. Most men treat it as a task, something to check off a list, but the ones who take their time, explore, and make it a full experience are the ones who leave women breathless. The secret is to pay attention. Watch her reactions, listen to her breathing, feel how her body responds. If she moans a little louder when you move a certain way, stay there. If her body tenses at a certain touch, slow down and make it last. A man who truly enjoys giving pleasure without expecting anything in return is unforgettable. And nothing is more powerful than deep, unwavering eye contact. It's not just about looking at her, it's about seeing her. Keeping your gaze locked onto hers as you move, as you touch, as you explore her body, creates an unbreakable connection. It strips away distractions, making the moment entirely about the two of you. The intensity of that gaze tells her everything she needs to know. That she's desired, that she's the only thing that matters in that moment. That kind of attention, that kind of focus, makes every sensation 10 times stronger, making the experience one she won't ever forget.